Hi, this is Karen and welcome to a new season of dolallycrafts. This Sunday I am putting together, there's going to be 2 videos released. The first is setting up my new bullet journal. I've decided I need to get my life in order. No, there's nothing happening that I'm aware of, but I just figure I'm so disorganised in not only my crafting but everyday life. So I need to pull myself together and get everything written out so that I know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. And yeah, so I thought bullet journaling is the way to go. I've watched tons of videos. So today I'm going to start, but I'm actually using, I used to be able to draw. We'll get those words out eventually. I used to be able to draw. I used to be really good at drawing. I used to be really good at writing. Handwriting was great. Not anymore. I spend most of my time either crafting or on the computer, so I very rarely handwrite anything, and if I do, it just comes out as scribble. And as for my drawing, I'm so out of practice, so I'm going to be using my stamps. Now, as you can see, this is the Serene Garden. I hope you can see. Excuse the stays on stuck on the back of the block. I can't get it off. Okay, so brand new bullet journal. This is a Rhodia one. I think Rhodia is French. It's got Papier Vellon Veloute 90 GSM. Fabrique en France par Clairefontaine. And please excuse my French pronunciation. I was lousy at French at school. So yeah. So this is, we're going to start with my cover page. This doesn't have an index, it doesn't have a key. I'm going to put my name and address on the front there, and this diary belongs to, please return to da 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 da. So this is my start page, and as you can see, it's just a blank page. We're going to tart it up a little bit. So I'm going to bring in my Serene Garden, whoops, and we will cover the stamp. I have already checked, there is a little bit of shadowing with stays on, but not much. So I'm going to line that up as best I can. If my head gets in the way, I do apologise. Okay, give that a press. Oh, it didn't come out as well as I was hoping for. But that's okay. I do have a Stay Sharp or a Sharpie pen, which I will go over it with. So we've got that bit done. Okay, we're going to do the top corner. Now I know I've got this one on correctly. Let's see if I can line this up. And that's just going to go in the top there. I think it might be off the edge. No, not quite. So we've got that one done, and I've got a little flower here. Very sticky on the stays on there. I'm going to put a flower down here. Hold the page down and peel it back up. At least that one's come out okay. And I have one more, which is the butterfly. So we're going to pop the butterfly just up the top here. Give that a nice firm press. And there we go. Actually, that's come out really well. So I'm happy with that. Now, I will fast forward while I go over this with the Sharpie. So I will be back soon. Okay, so that's the cover page done. I just need to get rid of my scribble that's on there. And that's all done. So that's my cover page. I will come back in after and colour all of those in. But now on to the next page. Now I'm going to have this as online orders only because I order quite frequently from either Stampin Up or eBay or what have you, and I'd like to be able to keep track of where everything's coming from. So I'm going to come in with my number 3, my 0.3 uni pen fine liner, and I'm just going to rule up the page so that I can get this all done. Okay, now I'm going to come in and put my headers in, and I'm using Crayola glitter pens, and this is in blue. Okay, and that one was a violet glitter pen from Crayola. So that's my order page set up. I will come in after and erase those. I don't want to do it now because the glitter pens might still be a little bit wet. So I'm just going to stick some paper between the page so that it doesn't transfer. So the next page I'm going to do is my future log. Now the future log is going to be July, August, September, October, November, December, and any special dates under there. Because I'm starting in June, obviously July will be the next next month, so it'll be the future log, and then on this page it'll be January, February, March, April, May and June. Now it's going to take me a while to fill all of this in. So I will start off by just doing the July. I'm going to have this colour coded, and I'm going to do rainbow colours. So I have to bring in my rainbow coloured textures. Now I have pen tested all of these for shadow, and so far they're all okay. They don't give me too much of a shadow coming in from the other side, so I'm quite happy with them so far. And these are Stabilo pens. So we're going to start off with red for July, and we'll go across in rainbow order. Okay, so that's the beginning of the future log. I have to redo the title page, the title of the page, so I will do that now. Okay, so that's the first page of my future log. I'm going to go ahead and finish the second page, then I will come back. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, and welcome back. And as you can see, I've actually finished my future log. I've got July through to December with all the dates I need to remember for birthdays, etc. And then January through June. Now this is looking a little bit bare here. And on the front page, I've coloured in, so that looks a bit more presentable. I actually really like that. It's got a little bit of glitter here and there. The online orders, I've done a flower here because when I rubbed out the pencil markings, I actually had still got wet ink there, so it smeared it. So I want a bit of decoration there, so I've put the flower from Serene Garden across there. Now on the future log, this is looking a bit blank, so I'm just inking up these single florals, and I'm just going to pop those across the top. I'm stamping off so that I get second generation, and what I might do is actually go over them with a black pen so that it looks like they're hand drawn. And I'm just going to do the same across the top here. So there's one, and then one down here. Yep, I'm going to as I said, colour those in, but I might outline them in some permanent black ink just as decoration up the top. And I'm thinking of decorating down the bottom here because that's very blank space. Of course, things might happen that I need to jot down in the meantime. All of this has been written with the, what are they called? The Pilot friction points. So they're actually erasable pen. These little white things or clear things at the end are friction things. So if I want to rub something out, as you can see, I've just rubbed that out and now I can rewrite it. And there you go. So these are really good pens to have on hand. So all of that's been written in friction. Now I'm on to my pantry. This is going to be a big job, so I'm going to handwrite the pantry and staples there. And as you can see, it's been divided into 6 columns at the top, 6 at the bottom. However, it's actually going to be 5 columns at the top and bottom, and this last column is going to be chopped off as well as this top bit here. I'm going to have what they term a Dutch door. So once again, there'll be 5 columns top and bottom here, and then this 6th one at the end will be chopped off. So I've still got 20 spots that I can write down all of my pantry staples in, and then just chop this bit off. So I'll go ahead and do that if I can find my scissors. Oh, my desk is a mess. That's one of the things that's going to go in here. At least once a month I'm going to come in and go through and tidy everything off my desk. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, have scissors and we will chop off. I'm going to go up one line of the dots, which is great with the bullet journal because you know you're going to be straight. So straight up there. Take that bit off. And then straight along the top here. Right in. And then, I don't know whether I haven't got a craft knife with me. And just take that piece off. So there we go. There's our Dutch door. Now, I'm going to handwrite the top here, the pantry staples. I'm going to bring in my 8 nib, my 0.8 nib, and I'm just going to handwrite this over the top here. All the rubbers. Now, I will fill all of this in and show you at the end that it's all been filled in. We're going to flip a page and come over to menu log. Now this is where I'm going to write down all of the family's favourite meals. So I've got a column for beef, a column for chicken, a column for pork, a column for lamb, a column for fish, and vegetarian meals. Not that we have many of those. Now I've also got a recipes to try page. I'm always coming across new recipes online, so this will be an ideal place to write them down. I've got the name of the recipe there and where I can find it here. Now, Amanda Rach Lee, who is the bullet journal aficionado to die for. Oh, look, she does some fantastic layouts. But she actually came up with this idea. It's measuring your bullet journal so that you know how many columns across and how many rows down are actually on each page, and then you divide it up according to what you'd like to use. Like the full width of this is 26 squares across, so dividing it in half is 13, or 2 columns of 13, and then if you wanted to divide it into 3, you have 3 columns of 8. Now the number of rows that you've got on this are 40, so half would be 20, and you can divide this into 4 rows of 10 rows depth. So that's really good. Now I've got my routines here. This is where I'm going to have to really start knuckling down. I will fill that in, and then I've got the self-care. Now, self-care is something I very rarely do, but I'm going to list it, and every now and then if I want to do some self-care, I can have a look at what's available here. And the last page of the main, like the beginning of the bullet journal, is my 2019 wish list. And that is where I'm going to write down things that I see online, or things I see advertised on TV that I really wish that I had. I can write them here. I can say how much they're going to cost, where you can get them from, and the item. So if ever I've got a bit of spare change, which is very seldom, I might be able to buy something off my wish list. Now, one thing I really would love to have is the tonic craft mat, which is the glass mat, and there's an area where you can do your paint smushing and or your ink smushing and everything. I really want one of those, so that will go at the top of my wish list. Anyway, let's get back. We're past the future log. We've done the pantry staples. I will fill that in and then show you how I've done it. Now, the next one is the menu log. So, back in with my 8, my 0.8, and let's do veggie. Okay, I will decorate these after, but I will put my lines in now. So I'll come back in with my 03, and I've lost my ruler. Ah, there it is. It's under all of my pens off to the side here. So we will come down. So let's get these decorated. Okay, we'll go with the beef first. So we're going to have brown, and I'm not, this is on the fly, I'm not actually sure what I'm doing here. You can barely see beef there now. I'm very lucky with these. There's very little ghosting on the back. Okay, chicken would be a light meat, so we'll go in with some yellow for the light meat. No, I'll leave that. I will figure out something else to do down the bottom there, but for now that's fine. What I will do though, bring in the pen. Okay, so my favourite meals, or the family's favourite meals, will go there. So it'll be a case of no more, oh, what are we going to have for dinner? I can actually use these to fill in my weekly log so that I know what I'm having each night. Okay, recipes to try. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've removed a page because I stuffed it up, as you can see. So the camera cut out, but I kept colouring in my self-care page. I've got hugs, read, meditate, manicure, listen to music, have a cup of coffee with friends, my K-dramas, go for a swim, have a haircut, do some journaling, go for a meal out somewhere, or shop. Now, I hate shopping, that's why it's the last in my list. Okay, so now we're going to do the routines and the grid map again. And this time, I'm not going to use textures or anything that can smudge. So we're going to come in firstly and outline my routines. Header. I'm going to move everything over slightly because it's off center. As you can see, very little ghosting on that side. Ghosting is what they call it when you can actually see through from one page to the other. So yeah, the Rhodia is actually really good for this. Okay, now we'll do our blocks. So the first is annual. Okay, so that's the routines done. I'll just clean it all up. Okay, and last page is to the 2019 wish list. Okay, I will decorate this later probably, but let's go through and do a quick flip through. Okay, so we've got our cover page, and I'm really liking that. I think it looks stunning. I did put some drop shadows in with grey textures, just to give it a bit of oomph. We've got our online orders. Now, I am going to go over this with black and then do a bit more decoration. The same with the future log, and possibly a border down the bottom here. Both pages of the future log. As I said, I will fill all of the pantry staples in and show you maybe at the end of the next video, because that's going to take me a while to write out and sort out. Menu log will be the same. You've seen me write it all out, but now I've got to fill it in. Okay, recipes to try, that will get filled in as the weeks go on. And of course we've got the self-care page. We've got the routines, and that will become a habit tracker for me each day as far as the monthly routines go. Okay, and we've got our grid map, and then we've got our 2019 wish list. I hope you're still with me for this. It was a long, protracted filming session for me. I'm going to go now and edit this, and then I'm going to go to bed because my back is killing me at the moment. Bye-bye.